A young husband stared at his wife's unchanged face and felt his whole life collapse. Only a year earlier, he had looked at that same face and chosen it freely. They had married out of love, believing they would spend their lives in happiness. Now he could not imagine spending another decade beside her. The woman had not moved. Her face had not changed, yet something between his eyes and the world had gone dark. In ancient Greece lived Socrates, a stone carver whose calm words turned young people toward wisdom. Thousands listened to him. At home, his wife Xanthippe was quarrelsome. A glance from her could begin an argument, and a moment near him might end with water thrown across the room. The world came to Socrates for peace. His own home did not always provide it. One day, a young man came to him. He'd been married for 1 year. "What happiness is left?" he asked. "I married out of love, but now I see that my wife has no beauty. She does not bring joy to my heart. To live for decades beside someone who gives me no happiness, my life is ruined. Please tell me what to do." Socrates smiled. "Before you married her, did you know her?" "Yes. We loved each other and chose each other willingly." "What did you see in her that made you love her?" "I saw her, and I liked her." "Is what you saw no longer there?" "No," the young man replied. "She is still the same." Socrates looked at him carefully. "Then the one who has changed must be you." The words did not accuse him. They turned him toward the only place he had not yet looked, within. His wife had not become a different person. Her face had not changed. The woman he once chose was still standing before him. But the eyes through which he saw her had changed, and with them, the entire meaning of his marriage. Socrates gave him a simple task. Find the eyes with which you first looked at her. Look again as though you have never married her, as though you are seeing her for the first time. If she appeared beautiful to you before marriage, look at her now with those same eyes. The young man returned home. For 8 days, nothing outwardly changed. His wife remained the same. The same face met him each morning. The same habits remained. But he began to look differently. He stopped measuring her against the disappointment he had carried for a year. He looked at her before resentment had settled over his feelings. He allowed his original perspective to return, not by pretending that nothing had happened, but by seeing what remained beneath the conclusion he had built. After 8 days, he came back to Socrates with his wife beside him. His face was radiant with joy. "Master," he said, "I do not know how 100 years will pass. There is so much happiness. My wife is the most beautiful woman in the world. There is no one like her." 8 days earlier, he had declared his life ruined. Now, he could barely imagine life ending. No one outside him had changed. His wife had not changed. The transformation came from within his own mind. His vision changed, and the same life opened before him differently. This is the quiet difficulty of living with other people. We often believe we are responding to them, when we may be responding to the way we have begun to see them. The same face can appear unbearable or beautiful. The same home can feel like peace or endless conflict. The person may remain familiar, while our inner picture of them hardens. That does not mean every difficult situation disappears when we change our thoughts. It does not excuse harm, deny real pain, or demand that anyone remain where they should leave. The young man was not given a new wife. He was given a new way of looking. Socrates asked him to examine his vision before condemning the person before him. That practice can begin in a single moment. When someone close becomes fixed in your mind as a source of irritation, pause before the old reaction arrives. Look once more. Ask what has actually changed, and what has changed in your seeing. Do not force a performance of kindness. Meet the person without the old sentence, already written in your mind. Look as if you are seeing them before the arguments, before the conclusions, before the story you have built around them. Notice what is still there. A little bitterness entering the feelings inside the heart can make an entire life seem bitter. When those feelings become gentle and warm, the same world can once again give happiness. The quality of our gaze enters our words, our actions, and the way we receive everything around us. The question is no longer only, how do I make the world become what I want? It is more intimate. If the person before me has not changed, how much of the life I call unhappy is being created by the way I look? A clear mind does not make every circumstance easy. It allows us to meet the circumstance without adding bitterness to it. Life's sweetness or bitterness comes from the feelings inside the heart, and that sweetness is within our own hands. A young husband once stared at an unchanged face and saw his life collapse. 8 days later, he looked again and found 100 years of joy. The face remained the same. The eyes came home. This is Atma theory. If this reflection resonated with you, stay with us on the journey. Clear mind, meaningful life,